All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the preview show on your favorite YouTube channel, the Complete Football Podcast. Right now, I'll be inviting my guests and also trying to share the links on all social media platforms. Just give me a bit of time. Just give me a few minutes. I'll be right back. Thank you. All right. I'm waiting for my guest to just join me live, so we can begin the show. I'm waiting for my guest to join me live. All right. Welcome, Ibukun. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Welcome to the show. I'm waiting for my other guest, for Clinton, to join. I believe he's trying to figure out his link and all of that. I believe you've shared the other one. The other link I pasted so you can share to your friends to watch us live. I believe you've seen that link.
No, you didn't send it to me. You said you were going to send it to me.
Yeah, I've sent it now. You can check.
Okay, I'll check.
I'll just give you 2 minutes so you can share on social media or your friends to join us live. The second link is the YouTube link for people to join us live. So I'll just give you a few minutes now for you to share it and come back. Just don't leave the screen. Just minimize and share. Okay. All right. We'll wait for Clinton to join us. We'll wait Clinton to join us live. Okay. All right. Welcome, Mr. Clinton. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Welcome. Good evening. I believe you could figure out everything very easily, right?
Yeah.
All right. We're
Okay.
waiting for Ibukun. Ibukun was with us just now. I believe he just went out to sort out the link that I sent to him. He will join us in a few minutes. So we can just begin before he joins us. Let's just
Uh,
begin. Welcome to the show, everyone. This is the Complete Football Podcast YouTube channel where we analyze trending football stories weekly and preview the EPL, La Liga, and NPFL matches. Joining me now is Clinton Ume from. You're based in Lagos, right?
yes.
Okay, from Lagos State. All right, Clinton, what do you have to say to our viewers? Just greet them.
Um,
Okay, Ibukun, you're back, right?
Yes, I'm back. I'm back. Can you guys hear
All
me?
right. Yes, I can hear you clearly. I don't know if Clinton can hear you. I don't know if Clinton can hear you. I can hear you clearly.
yeah.
All right. Let's delve to the
Yeah,
to the to the
I can hear you,
point.
Bukum.
Okay. Let's go to the main story for the day. We're talking about the Ballon d'Or. We are talking about the Ballon d'Or. So I'm going to ask you
Mm.
guys, who do you think deserves to win the Ballon d'Or? The Ballon d'Or is going to be on Monday, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. So I want to know, who do you guys think deserves to win the Ballon d'Or? I'm going to start with you, Ibukun. Who do you think deserves to win the Ballon d'Or? Who do you think deserves to win the Ballon d'Or, Ibukun?
For what he's done this season in terms of, sorry, last season in terms of the Champions League, the league title where he was very influential, and he has also started this season on fire. No doubt about it. I think that Vinicius Junior deserves to win the Ballon d'Or.
Okay, Vinicius Junior deserves to win the Ballon d'Or for what he did last season in the Champions League and what he's doing this season. Okay, Clinton, do you also agree with Ibukun, Clinton? Do you agree with Ibukun that Vinicius Junior deserves
I
to win?
do. I agree with you, Bukum. I agree with you, Bukum. Yes, he deserves to win the Ballon d'Or for his showings last season, and also how he started this season. You know, he's been in exceptional form. For what he did on Tuesday, or was it Wednesday? You know, and I don't think there's any other person that is worth the Ballon d'Or this year.
Okay.
So I think
All
it's
right.
a very fair and worthy winner.
Okay, it's a very fair and worthy winner from Clinton. All right, I think all of us we are going the same way. I also think Vinicius Junior deserves to win the Ballon d'Or for what he did for Madrid last season and what he's doing this season. He started the season very brightly, and again, I think it would be very wrong for the award to be given to any other person apart from Vinicius Juniors, in my own opinion. All right, let's move to the second story for the day. I'll start with you, Bokon. Liverpool are currently top of the log in the EPL. Do you think they have what it takes to challenge City all the way to the end of the season? Do you think they have what it takes to challenge City all the way? They have a new manager in charge. Do you think they have what it takes to challenge City to the title for to the end of the season? Come the end of the season, what do you think, Ibukun?
Yeah, I think so. I think maybe not to the end of the season. I think that they'll be in the title race for about 3 quarters or 2/3 of the season, and that will be. I don't think that they will be able to challenge all the way from now to the end of the season, but I think that for about 2/3 to maybe borderline 3 quarters of the season, they are going to be in the title race before they fall off. So if it's till the end of the season, I don't think they have what it takes. They've started well. Their defense has been unbelievably solid, but I think that along the way, a lot of things might catch up. They've not had any injuries to any player or even key players yet. Those things will come. Loss of form would also happen. The teething, the methods that he's trying to implement in terms of having more control and not the gung ho style of Klopp will start wearing off. And so I think that second half of the season we'll see them fall by the wayside. So I think it's towards the end of the season, 2/3 to 3 quarters of the season, that's when they will fall off. So I don't think they have what it takes to challenge Man City all the way.
Okay, now you don't see what it takes. They can't challenge Man City all the way. Do you think that? Do you also agree with that, Clinton? Do you also agree with Ibukun Clinton? That Liverpool can't challenge City
Yeah,
all the way.
I agree. I agree with him. But then I'm even surprised Liverpool is coming up rather than Arsenal.
Of
We all
course.
know that. This Liverpool form they're on is just what I term the early season and new manager. Energy. That's what they're riding on currently. I watched the match against Chelsea and I saw that they struggled. They struggled at home against Chelsea. If I feel if Chelsea had more cohesiveness, between them, they would have probably nicked a draw or a win at Anfield. And I feel I don't see this Liverpool side beating any of the top four teams away from home. I feel they are very strong. Liverpool have always been a strong side at Anfield, or I would like to watch them against the big teams away from home. You get so say I think the only manager that has come first season and done gone on and won the league is probably that I can remember recently is Conte. So I don't see this guy doing that. I don't think he has the pedigree. He came from the. I'm not saying. I'm not shitting on the league, on the Dutch league, but he's coming from the Dutch league, which we all know is not even in the top five leagues in the world. So I don't think there's much he can achieve. I see him as on the same level with probably Ten Hag and the rest. I see Guardiola, Arteta as better tactical managers. You understand?
Hmm.
So I don't see them. I don't. I feel before December, probably January. I see them wearing off.
Okay.
Wearing off. I'm not counting them as being in the title race. That's my own
All
opinion.
right. All right. Thank you very much, Clinton. If you're just watching us, this is the Complete Football Podcast YouTube channel. I see you, Precious Anya. I see you, Precious Anya, commenting with the fingers crossed. I see you. All right. If you're watching and you want to comment, you can also comment your opinion and we'll read it out as the show is ongoing. All right. The next topic we're going to talk about is Manchester United. a lot of stories about Manchester United, a lot of things happening to Manchester United, a lot of stories going on in the media about Eric Ten Hag not being assured of his stay as the manager of the manager. I want to ask you guys: is Eric Ten Hag, in your opinion, the worst ever manager since Sir Alex Ferguson retired? Ibukun.
Is that for Manchester United, right?
For Manchester United, right? Since Ferguson retired and handed over to David Moyes.
Oh, he feels like the most clueless among it. Worst is a strong word. Worst is a
Okay,
strong word. Yeah, but I'm just trying to think top of my head. I'm just trying to reel out a couple of managers. No, I think Moyes was worse than him. I think
okay.
Moyes was worse than him. I just think that the level of delusion he continues to show can be staggering, but he won a couple of trophies already, which you cannot deny. And he finished top four, I think, in the first season. Last season was a wreck, was a train wreck. We know that and all that. But I think that I don't think he's the worst, but he's the most delusional.
Oh, he's the most delusional, but he's not the worst. Coming from Mr. Ibukun. All right, Clinton, do you also agree that Eric Ten Hag is not the worst Manchester United manager since Ferguson retired? Who do you think is the worst since Ferguson retired from
Yeah,
Manchester United?
yeah. I said 3 4 months ago. Yes, he had worse or similar stats to David Moyes, which was the worst since Ferguson retired. So yeah, it's probably on that same level as Moyes. And I'm personally I'm an Arsenal fan, and sometimes I try to watch other matches. I can when I have the time, and then when I watch United play, I am like, okay, what is the philosophy behind this team? What exactly are they seeking to play? When you watch City, you see their style of play. When you watch Arsenal, you see they have a style. When you watch even Liverpool, that the manager just came in 3 or 4 months ago, they have a style. They already have an identity. But with Ten Hag, it's like he's trying one style today, another style tomorrow, and I feel probably he has the backing of the board, but not the backing of the players. Because when you check
Mm,
United's team, they don't have. I don't think they have bad players. You get it's just the
yeah.
structure. I don't think they want to. I still don't understand how Rashford, for example, went from what it was last 2 years to what it is now. I don't think he
Mm,
became a worse footballer than he was 2 years ago or a season and a half ago. I don't think he became. I think he's the mental. I don't think he has the man management side of football managing. I don't think he has that part in him. He might probably have the tactics, but if you can't control your players, or coach the players to do what you want, there's no way you're going to get results out of them. And I feel he has
mm,
lost that dressing room. There are things that are not right in the dressing room, and it's definitely showing on the pitch. Because when you even see the players, the way they're playing, you don't feel that energy. You wonder if it's like they are being forced to wear that Man United shirt, which is not supposed to be it is not supposed to be so. You get so I don't. I see him as one of the worst managers, since Ferguson left. He's probably on par with David Moyes. Forget. I'm not the person that believes about the trophies when a man. Well, except you're winning the league or the Champions League, yes. But for the Carabao Cup, it's just something not teams don't take seriously. Anyone can, if you check in the last 10, 15 years, even Wigan won the Carabao Cup. You understand? We've
yeah.
had Birmingham that won the Carabao Cup too. So you get it's not something you use to measure a manager's performance. You get so that's
Mm.
my opinion.
All right, thank you very much, Clinton. I've heard you guys loud and clear, and I believe the viewers have also listened and they've heard you
Can,
guys loud and clear. So
can
without
I add
further,
something to this? Can I add
all right, you can
something to
start.
this, Godwin? Yeah,
Yes, you can add. Go on, go
you're a
on, go on.
coach. You're a coach, Godwin, and
Yeah,
you can fool management with nice PowerPoint displays and philosophy and tactics and a lot of gibberish in terms of technical jargons when you're soliciting for a job or whatever. But you can't fool your playing staff. And I think that
Mm,
the players in Manchester United have seen through, excuse my French, his bullshit. So I
mm.
can understand the pushback with respect to someone like Jadon Sancho not wanting to apologize for what he did and all that, or what they claim he did and all that. So I sympathize with what's going on in Manchester United with respect to the overall playing style, like Clinton mentioned, where there's really no style, there's really no pattern, where the players are not even listening or even inculcating whatever culture he's portraying. So I sympathize with them in respect to that.
All right, thank you very much, Ibukun. Thank you very much. We now head to the previewing of the league games in the EPL, La Liga, and the NPFL. So we'll start with the EPL. The first fixture, which is tonight, is Leicester versus Forest. I'll start with you, Clinton. What do you think? What do you think What do you think we go out with the 3 points, the three maximum points, or what do you think? Do you think the match will end in a draw? What is your opinion about the match, Clinton?
Yeah,
Leicester versus.
I I honestly think it's going to end in a draw. I see Nottingham Forest as a defensive team away from home, especially when they're away from home. Uh, and Leicester, is more of an attacking team. But then Nottingham Forest have the experience. They've been in the league. They've been in the league for 2, 3 seasons now. Leicester are just coming from the championship, and they don't have those players that had that Premier League experience. During their Premier League run before they were relegated. You get, so I will consider them as a championship team coming from the championship for now, and so I see them drawing the match against Nottingham Forest.
All right, what is your score prediction? What is your scoreline prediction?
Probably a 1-1 draw.
All right, the
Probably
1-1
Leicester
draw.
to score first. Yeah.
Okay. Ibukun, what's your opinion? Leicester versus Forest. What do you think?
It's one of those games that can throw the spanner in the works with respect to anything. Nottingham Forest have shown this season to be tactically astute, like the game where they went to Liverpool and scored in the second half, but they were able to sit deep, play mid block, sometimes play deep line, deep block as well, and low block, excuse me, and they were able to counter, hit them on the counter. But I think in this kind of game, I think they will go all out to try and get 3 points. I don't know whether Morgan Gibbs White to be back. He's been a big miss for them for Nottingham Forest. But Leicester City have a lot of mavericks in their attack, and with Jordan Ayew, with of course the ageless Vardy, with I'm trying to remember the name of the French guy that played in Arsenal, and so they have enough within them, so they can edge it. But I think like a score draw, maybe 2-2, would be a fair result.
All right, 2-2 score draw will be a fair result. All right, we'll go to the next match. Manchester City versus Southampton. Clinton, what is your opinion? Do you think it's a straight win for Manchester City or is it a walkover for Manchester City? What's your opinion?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely. I see it as going to be a walkover for Man City. Or I see Haaland probably bagging a hat trick. He's been off the scoring charts for about 2, 3 weeks since they had this scuffle with Arteta after the Arsenal match. So I don't think he scored since then, but he scored. He came back with 2 goals during the week in the Champions League match. So I see him probably getting 2 or 3 goals um, tomorrow. So probably a 4-1 score line, 4-1, 5-1 score line. With Haaland
Okay.
to a brace or a hat trick.
4-1, 5-1 score line with Haaland going to get a brace or a hat trick coming from Mr. Clinton. All right, Obokun, do you also hold that opinion or what do you think? You have a contrary
Yeah,
opinion.
no, I don't. I think it's going to be this what Mr. Clinton exactly said, and I don't need to add to it.
All right. Okay. Okay. We're all in the same path. I think I also go with you guys. I think Man City is going to whitewash Southampton. As Southampton will be very lucky to still be in the game. at halftime. That's what I think. We'll be very lucky to still be in the game at halftime. All right, let's go to the next match. Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. Clinton, this is a very tough match. What do you think?
Yeah, this is a very tough match, and although it looks like it's on paper, it looks like an Aston Villa win, but I feel because of the Champions League fixtures, is going to slow down Aston Villa a bit. It's not something they are used to playing playing during the week and also at the weekend. So I feel they're going to be wary a bit, just a bit, and Bournemouth are a very good counter-attacking team. You get with Semenyo and what's the other guy on the left, and I see them probably getting back into the game. Probably Aston Villa taking the lead and Bournemouth taking charge of the match. Probably mid second half when Aston Villa players are tired. Probably I'm seeing a draw as it's one of those matches where there's going to be like an upset from
Mm,
Bournemouth.
okay. All right, it's one of those matches where we can get an upset. All right, Ibuku, what do you think about the match? Aston Villa versus Bournemouth.
I don't see it as an upset. I think that Aston Villa is going to win. I think that Aston Villa last season they played in Europe, so they already have some bit of experience of playing midweek and also at the weekend. So I think that Aston Villa have a very large squad. They bought well in the summer, so I think there'll be a little bit more rotations over the weekend. That's tomorrow, and I think that they have what it takes to be able to grind out a result. It won't be a flamboyant victory, but I think 2-1 in favor of Aston Villa is what could happen tomorrow.
2-1 in favor of Aston Villa. Okay, that's coming from Mr. Ibukun. All right, the next match is Brighton versus Wolves. What do you think happened, Clinton? What do you think? How do you think this match will go? Brighton versus Wolves.
Uh, Bright- Brighton versus Wolves. I've definitely see a Brighton win at home here. They've been quite strong at home. Um, Wolves, on the other hand, have been terrible. Have been terrible, been quite terrible away from home, and I don't see them getting a win here. I see Brighton, probably even winning both halves. I see probably a 3-1 scoreline in favor
Probably
of
3-1
Brighton at home.
in favor of Brighton. Okay, what about you, Ibukun? What do you think? Brighton versus Wolves.
Well, I think that this will be a match that will galvanize Wolves. They felt hard done by against Man City last week, and if you check it, VAR decision since last season has removed 20 points from Wolves, which is the worst in the division. So there's a lot of anger going on in that team. And the start of the season has had, they've had a crazy start of the season with respect to fixtures. It's been a very tough start to them. But I think with Brighton, they are going to a team where they think that they can get a result, and I think that they will get a result. And I do not know whether Welbeck will be back because he got injured in the last game against Newcastle for Brighton. It will be fascinating to see how, because I think he scored 5 in 8 or so, which is an unbelievable start for somebody of Welbeck's standard, because we know he doesn't really score goals, and he's been the one guy that has been consistent in goal scoring. So it will be nice to see who else comes to the party with respect to goals. And I think that a score draw is what is going to happen in this match as Wolves start to climb out of this funk.
A score draw. Okay, it's tough. Let's see how it goes tomorrow. We'll come back to review your analysis, Mr. Ibukun. All right, let's go to Brentford versus Ipswich. Clinton, Brentford versus Ipswich. What do you think will win this?
Brentford,
Oh,
definitely. Ipswich are still waiting for their first victory. Um, since they were promoted to the Premier League. Uh, they've won. I think they've won. They've drawn four and they've lost four of their opening 8 matches. So I don't see them getting a result at Brentford. Brentford have had blistering starts. First 10 minutes, they've scored. In like in 50% or 60% of matches they've played in the Premier League this season. So I probably see Brentford blowing them away in the first half. Probably two goals in the first half and killing the game with possession play. In the second half, probably a 3-0 scoreline in favor of Brentford at home.
All right, probably a 3-0 scoreline in favor of Brentford. All right, if coming from Clint, if you what's your opinion? Brentford versus Ipswich.
I think Brentford win, but Brentford really don't keep clean sheets. They've had some of the fastest starts in the Premier League has ever seen consecutively this season. So I think it's going to be a nice fast start. They have Ipswich have just they flattered to deceive. I still don't know whether they know who they are in terms of what their style of play is, what their pattern, what their thinking is. But Brentford, we all know who Brentford is, and Brentford had a very good coach. So I think a 3-1 kind of scoreline is the kind of thing that Brentford will do in this game.
All right, 3-1 kind of scoreline. Okay, we move to the next match: Everton versus Fulham. Clinton, who is your money on?
Oh, this okay. This is another. This is an intrigue. This is one match I said I was going to watch. It's going to be an interesting fixture. Um, Everton, I think, uh, I think they are beginning to pick up. They won their last match, and they beat. I think they beat Ipswich away from home. Uh, and Fulham lost away from home to Aston Villa last week. So I'm seeing probably a draw. I can't pick out the winner for the fact that Everton is at home. I can't see Fulham coming to the trophies and beating them at home. I don't see that happening. Given that Sean Dyche, Richie Everton's coach, is a quite very is a very, very defensive coach, and he's one that is known to make out results at home. They might be terrible away from home, but their home form against teams that are not in the Big Six or probably Big Eight have quite been promising. So I'm seeing a draw, probably a score draw, probably a 1-1 or 2-2 draw.
All right, probably a 1-1 or 2-2 draw coming from Clinton. Ibuku, what do you say? What's your opinion? Everton versus Fulham.
Which Fulham will stand up? Because this season we've seen a full spectrum of Fulham where sometimes they played very well, sometimes they've been garbage, sometimes they've just been okay. And they have a very good coach in Marco Silva who is a very good tactician. And going to Everton, who you just feel they won't offer so much. I The attack is not something that I'm totally convinced about. It looks like the kind of game where you watch paint dry, and it also looks like the kind of game where it's going to be end to end. So you don't even know what kind of game you're going to expect. Like Clinton said, is a game that among the fixtures, especially at the lower end of the table, you want to just put your finger on and say maybe I'll just be looking at it in one corner of my eye and all that kind of thing. So I think a 1-1 draw is going to be a fair scoreline for this match.
A 1-1 draw at first call line. Okay, move to the next match. West Ham versus Man United. What do you guys think? And Clinton, I start with you. West Ham versus Man United.
As we spoke about United earlier, and when I was analyzing this fixture, I was thinking, United. Do I analyze as a hater or as an Arsenal fan or as an analyst? Which one?
You're free to another
I never
data.
want I never want United to win any match. I'm
Why now?
always against United. I don't like
And I
them
mean,
for shit. I'm an Arsenal
and I
fan, and you see United, you see Chelsea. We've been through hell in from both of them. So now they are going. Whenever they are in a bad period, I'm the happiest human being on earth. So
okay.
trust me. And United is one funny team. Saturday or Sunday, what day is the match? I think it's on Saturday.
Saturday,
Saturday will
yes.
come here, and then you will probably see Man United with 2 goals in the first half. Probably win the match 4-0. They have that stupid, and West Ham is one very unpredictable team. You get, you can say, okay, Man United are in a very poor form. West Ham should, get a win at their home ground. And then it's one of these matches you're probably, okay, let me look at the scoreline. And then United is leading 2-0. One from Rashford, one from Garnacho. And then you get, so it's one of those matches where pick, I can't really pick a winner out of it. So I'm going for a draw. You get, if I'm to analyze
Okay.
it okay properly without any bias, I'm probably going for a draw
All
based
right.
on United's bad form and based on West Ham's unpredictability, being a very unpredictable team. Yeah, so
All
I'm
right.
seeing a very tight affair, a draw.
Okay. Ibukun, what do you say?
I agree with Clinton with respect to Man U's unpredictability in their in their performances. But one team that's been predictable this season and predictably bad has been West Ham. They spent a fortune. They sack, they didn't sack. They let Moyes go at the end of last season, and then this season, you bring in Lopetegui, who has just wet the bed in more ways than we can imagine. So I don't think that. I think this is probably the game that these are two managers under immense pressure, and we've noticed that every time Ten Hag has been under a little bit of pressure, they bring out a result. They bring out a result. Julian hasn't, or Julian doesn't even have the rope, the bandwidth to bring out a result. So I think that Manchester United would get to win tonight's match, the match against West Ham. So I predict Manchester United to win 3-1.
Okay, that was a very tough call. That was a very bold call. I mean, a very bold call. Okay, and Manchester. I'm a Manchester United fan, so I'm very happy with the call. I will happy if that comes to fruition tomorrow.
Let
So,
me let me give you a very disheartening start about, so sort of to break your heart a bit. You guys have not won in London in the past 17 visits. It's been 2 wins, 5 draws, and 10 losses, and 2 of those wins have been against Fulham. So you guys have a very terrible record away at London. So I don't think it's something you should be very happy about. But all the
don't worry.
same, what you're
Ibukun,
you're allowed to
Ibukun,
be you're allowed to be
Ibukun has
optimistic
given me,
as a fan.
Ibukun has given me hope. Ibukun has given me hope to be very hopeful tomorrow. I'm going to watch the match with my jersey. I'm going to do my jersey. All right. Chelsea versus Newcastle. Clinton. Chelsea versus Newcastle.
Yeah, Chelsea, Newcastle. I'm actually very surprised and disappointed at the start Newcastle has had. I expected them to build solidly on the campaign they had last season. And I don't know what to say. They're like ninth or tenth on the table, probably ninth. Yeah, they're ninth on the table, and it's a very very uh they've drawn three, and lost 2 matches in out of 8. And Chelsea have been on the rise. I think they are finally. I think the large squad base they have is finally paying off in the sense that they can afford to go all the way to Eastern Europe and Southern Europe and not take the match against Panathinaikos at Greece. They left out about 3 or 4 of their star players, and they still managed to win by 4 goals to 1. So I don't see Newcastle coming to Stamford Bridge in this form and getting anything out of it. I probably seen what Chelsea did to Wolves, and probably seen a very probably a 4-2, scoreline. Newcastle, on the other hand, have not been, they've not been very prolific in front of goal. They've scored just 8 goals and conceded 8. That's a goal difference of 0. 8 goals in 8 matches is very, very poor for a team of Newcastle standard. So I don't see them getting a result against Chelsea.
Okay.
So
All
I'll
right.
see. Yeah.
That's you giving your rival Chelsea a win. Okay. I believe you're
Oh
okay with
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Ibukun, what's your take, Ibukun?
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Chelsea have two teams, and like Clinton has said it, they've been able to Enzo has come in and just embraced it. Okay, you know what? They've signed us a zillion players. I'll manage the minutes accordingly. So there's a team, there's Team Europe and there's Team Premier League. And Kopama, if we know, if you anybody who follows Chelsea knows that they are not even, he was not even registered for their European conversations, at least this first half of it. So they had an okay game against Liverpool last week. So there'll be a lot of fresh players. Hopefully, Rhys James would also be back. Gusto and the likes would also be back in contention. So it's going to be an exciting match. Newcastle haven't shown enough, but I also think that Newcastle, because they've not been able to add to their squad this summer, the targets that they wanted, they really didn't get, and all that. So it's just been a bit of stagnancy with respect to Newcastle. So I can understand their plight and not them not doing well, and their front men all have been injured and all those kind of things. But for the scoreline, I think it's going to be a comfortable scoreline. Cole Palmer will be back scoring goals. Nicholas Jackson will be back scoring goals. So I think it's going to be maybe let's say three goals. But one thing Chelsea will give you is opportunities. They have a terrible goalkeeper in Sanchez, and I think that it's going to be a 3-1, 3-2 scoreline.
3-2 score line. So for those punting, like the punters, you can go for both teams to score. All right. Crystal Palace versus Tottenham. Clinton. Crystal Palace versus Tottenham.
Yeah, just like the way I see United is the same way I see Spurs sometimes. They're also one unpredictable team. They're my London rivals. Yeah, but they are one team that they hardly draw matches. They're either winning or losing. Like in this season, they've had 4 wins, one draw, and 3 losses in 8 matches. So it's one match I have to pick a winner against Palace. Palace, on the other hand, bottom three of the table. They've also not replicated last season's form. Uh, you get so I probably see Spurs nicking it. Um, Probably a 2-0 win. Crystal Palace have been bad in front of goal. Also, they've scored just 5 goals and conceded 11 this season. So I don't see them putting up much of a fight at home against Spurs with him in song back in the starting lineup. I probably see them going, probably a 2-0 win in favor of Spurs.
A 2-0
Thank you.
win in favor of Spurs coming from Mr. Clinton. All right. Mr. Ibukun, what do you think? Crystal Palace versus Tottenham.
Crystal Palace, they've lost Michael Olise, lost Joachim Anderson in the summer, didn't replace them accordingly, and they've not really been a disciplined side this season. And you could see the coach, he keeps trying, whether three at the back, sometimes back four, just trying to find a solution, just trying to find a spark. Can I just hope that this weekend he starts Mateta? Thank you very much, Edwin Ketia, but we've given you enough game time, about 7 or 8 games. Let us start with what we know, and that is Mateta. I think if Mateta is playing against those two center halves of Tottenham, I think he'll pose more of a threat to Tottenham. But however, Tottenham is a team that can score goals, and they've shown their ability to score goals. They've been very good this season, or maybe, let me just say, very good this season, taking into consideration all the games they've played. So, like Clinton said, I think that it's going to be a comfortable win. Yeah, comfortable 2-1 win.
Okay, comfortable 2-1 win for Spurs tomorrow against Crystal Palace on Sunday, actually, against Crystal Palace. Okay, the final match in the EPL is the big one for the weekend. Arsenal versus Liverpool. Ume, I know you're going to go for Arsenal. Yeah, I don't need to even come to you for your opinion. Or do I still need to come to you for your
Uh,
opinion?
you know, funny,
Arsenal versus Liverpool. Who do you think will
you
win,
know, you
Clinton?
know, funny enough, yeah. If I'm to put my money on this match, I won't go for an Arsenal win because we're a totally different team without Saka and Odegaard, and then we have
Okay.
Saliba in defense out too. We have no replacement. I'll be very honest with myself. We have no replacement for Saka. We have no replacement for Odegaard. We sent out Vieira on loan. I don't see him starting one area in this match, although he's shown glimpses of having the quality, but he's not on Vieira's level. Neither is he on Odegaard's level. So I am going with a draw. I won't lie,
Okay.
Liverpool have been off. I'm going with a draw. Uh, to be on the safe side, if I'm to put my money on anything, it's going to be a draw. But I'm really hoping we win. I'm really hoping that Liverpool comes out to play. If they come out to play, it's going to be anybody's game. You understand? It's either, I don't know, Ateta can spring up surprises. Our home form has been very, very good for a year or so. Our form this year has been, very, very good. So I'm hoping that as a fan, our supporters will be our first man. And push the team along for a narrow win, probably a 2-1, 3-2 scoreline. Yeah. So
Okay. All right. Ibukun, what do you think? Arsenal versus Liverpool, the big one for the weekend.
Yeah, first and foremost, they've played the 8 league matches that we've played. 5 of them they've had W's. The only 3 that they've not had W's have been when they've not been 11, 11 players on the pitch. So the first thing they need to do for them to hopefully get a point this time around, get the 3 points, is make sure they are 11 on the pitch. Now the second thing is I
yeah.
think that he's going to put spring a surprise, and I think Waneri might start. I'm edging towards Maneri might start, and we've been hearing some side talks about Saka. Saka will play. I don't know whether he'll start or come off the bench, but I think Saka will play. But the loss to me, I think the biggest loss in this weekend is going to be what happens at that left back role. Zinchenko is very available. Kilwell is very available, and we don't want any of them against Mo Salah and Trent at all. You don't want any of them against them. So it's going to be fascinating to see. I don't know if Timber is going to be available. If not, that back line is he's going to come up with something creative. Maybe Partey may play. Maybe Partey may play at the right back, and Ben White at left or something. He's just going to have to find a creative way to do it. It's
Can
Liverpool
I
have been a very
can
stable
I say
side.
something?
Okay, shoot.
No, when you're done. When you're done.
Okay. Okay. So I think that it's going to be a very, very exciting game. Would they make it end to end? No. Would they sit deep? I think they'll play more of a mid block. And then with the return of Liverpool's McAllister in that game, you expect a bit more control. So I think Liverpool will have a bit more possession. Um, a score draw is what it looks like, but I have a sense. This is not my analytical mind talking. This is just me. Just have a feeling that Arsenal will edge it because they
Okay.
want to prove a point.
Yeah, I wanted to say something. You see that party at right back. Please, Ateta should not try that shit. He should not. He should leave Ateta in that midfield. That thing annoys my soul. There's this joy Ben White brings at the right back. That overlapping run for Saka. No other person does it as good
Better.
as
Timber
Ben
does it
White
for
does
you
it.
too. Timber does it better for
Yeah,
you.
Timber, but that's I don't want to see anything about Thomas Partey in the defense. He should be in that midfield. He's our best midfielder. If Odegaard is not available, which is not available, I don't see it as a very sensible or tactical decision having Partey away from that midfield in defense. We have lots of options to fill in the left back and right back slots. I feel this Lewis Kelly guy, Miles Lewis Kelly, he's been coming up of late. I feel he can do a very good job at left back. He's pacey, and that's what we need most, especially against Salah. For the right back, Ben White will be very. I don't see Trent overlapping because of Martinelli. He's definitely not. I'm definitely sure he's going to receive instructions from Slot to man that right back and not overlap too much because with the form Martinelli is getting in, he's picking that form. We're seeing his old self coming back. He's definitely going to smoke whoever is on that wing, and they are definitely not going to give him space. So I don't see much of a threat from Trent, unless Trent is going to be coming in as he falls back in midfield and dropping in those crosses from midfield. But overlapping, I don't see him doing that against Martinelli. Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, Clinton, for your talk. Yeah. We'll move now to La Liga games. We're going to be very fast with this one because our time is almost fast spent before we go to the NPFL games. La Liga games. You just give me your opinion, win or draw or lose. Just tell me just very briskly. So we'll go
Okay.
Espanyol versus Sevilla. Ibukun, who do you think will win? Espanyol versus Sevilla.
A draw.
Okay. All right. Clinton, what do you think? Espanyol versus Sevilla.
Hello?
Can you hear me, Clinton?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, we can
Can
hear
you hear
you.
me?
Yes, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Yes, we
Okay.
can hear you.
Versus Sevilla.
I see Sevilla nicking a win in the match.
Okay, Sevilla to nick a win in the match. Okay, Real Valladolid versus Villarreal. Ibukun. Real Valladolid versus
Villarreal
Villarreal.
to win. Villarreal to win.
Okay,
Yeah,
Clinton, what is the
I'm going with Buko on that. Yeah, Villarreal to win for the experience they have. Yes.
okay? Real Vallecano versus Alaves. Ibukun.
Whoa. I think a draw. I think a draw looks like a safe bet
Okay.
here.
Okay, a draw. Okay, Clinton, what do you think? Real Vallecano Alaves.
I've watched a couple of Vallecano matches. I see them nicking a win at home against Alaves. They are both coming from Segunda League, you know. So I see Vallecano nicking a win at home against Alaves.
Okay, Real Vallecano to nick a win at home against Alaves coming from Mr. Clinton. Okay, the next match, Las Palmas versus Girona. Ibukun, Las Palmas versus Girona. Can you hear me, Ibukun? Ibukun, can you
Sorry,
hear me?
my network is breaking. Yes, I can hear you now. What did you say?
Las Palmas versus Girona. Las Palmas versus Girona.
Girona to win it, to nick a win.
Girona to nick a win. What about you, Clinton? What do you think?
I see Girona having a comfortable victory against Las Palmas.
Okay, we'll go to the big El Clasico, the big one for the weekend. Real Madrid versus Barcelona at Real Madrid. What do you think, Ibukun? I see you smiling already.
because if Barcelona keep that high line, some people will eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper, drink wine, and I see Real Madrid edging it. I think it's going to be a fast-paced game, and Modric to come in the second half to slow it down. Especially after the scoreline has been ratcheted up here and there. So I think that Real Madrid will edge this game.
Okay, Ibukun. Clinton, what about you?
Well, I think based on this season, Real Madrid have a better team. Real Madrid have better players, individual players. But I think Barca have a better team and
Okay,
probably a better coach. You
okay,
understand? So I see it as Real Madrid that the Bernabeu is not easy. They are not easy to beat. But with the form Barca is on, I don't see them losing this match either. Especially the confidence they've gotten from their win against Bayern Munich on Wednesday. So yeah, I see them. I see it as a score draw, a very high scoring, probably a 2-2, 3-3 draw. It's going to be end to end. It's going to be an end to end game.
okay. Going to
Can,
be an
can I
end-to-end game.
can I just touch on this real quick? Sorry. I
Right,
would
all
also
right.
just say that Real Madrid, they've shown in games that if they reach the ceiling where they can reach, no team on the planet can get there.
Mm,
Like Dortmund showed that okay, our ceiling in this game was 2 goals, and then our own ceiling is 5 against them. Of course, I'm not saying they will score 5 against Barcelona, obviously, but what I'm saying is that they can reach levels where no team can, and they just need like 20 minutes time capsule for them to do it. They don't do it all through the match, but in a 15-20 minutes capsule, if they reach the ceilings where they can reach, no team can touch them.
All right. If they read the ceiling where they can read, no team can touch Real Madrid. Okay. Leganes versus Celta Vigo. Ibukun, what do you think? Leganes versus Celta Vigo.
Whoa, that's a very interesting game. I don't know, would Aspas be back? If Aspas is not going to be back, I think it's going to be a draw. But if he's back, I think Celta Figo wins.
Clinton, what about you? Leganes versus Celta Vigo.
Yeah, well, I go with Ibukun on that. As I said, if Aspas is packed, Celta Vigo is a very, very solid mid-table team. After the top four, they are like I think they are the leaders of the rest, the best of the rest. Besides Sevilla and Athletic Bilbao. I think after the Celta Vigo, I've watched a couple of the matches, so I see them probably winning that match, probably 2-1, 3-1.
All right. Probably 2-1, 3-1 to Celta Vigo. All right. Getafe versus Valencia. Getafe versus Valencia, Ibukun.
Valencia have been a total disappointment. I think they are the ones carrying everybody on the table. They are the bottom of the table. So I don't
Yeah.
know when the renaissance will start. I don't think, and Getafe play very hard nosed football and all the very hard nosed, hard grind, almost Premier League like football in La Liga. So I think Getafe will edge this game. Valencia need to wake up.
All right. Getafe to edge this one. Valencia needs to wake up. That's coming from Mr. Ibukun. All right. Clinton, what do you think? Getafe versus Valencia.
Yes, I see it as a draw. I don't think Valencia wants to sink any deeper. Uh, I see it as a draw match. If it were last season when Getafe had what's the name of the former Man United boy, Greenwood, probably would have gone for Getafe win, but I see it as a draw based on you know on their head-to-head record. I think I checked out their head-to-head record, and I'm going for a draw.
Okay, a draw. All right. Real Betis versus Atletico Madrid. Ibukun. Real Betis versus Atletico Madrid.
If they want to be the best of the rest, Atletico Madrid needs to start winning these games. And so, Real Betis have been on and off. And I like how Victor Roque has been. He's beginning to find himself in that league, and Abde too has been very, very solid, especially when they lost their influential French midfielder. I'm trying to remember his name now. The guy with the full beard when they lost him to Saudi Arabia or is it Qatar? So, but I think that Atletico needs to start winning, and I think that Atletico would edge this game.
All right. Atletico needs to start winning, and they will edge this one. All right. Clinton, what do you think?
Yes, I think Atletico too need to start winning. Yeah, if they are back on the levels we know they can, because I watched the game against Lille, and I see they were just unlucky that they didn't take their chances in that match. They went ahead and conceded 3 goals to Lille at home, and also they've been poor in the Champions League, lost to Benfica, but in the league they've not been so bad. They've had a couple of wins and draws, so I probably see them making out this 2-1 or 1-0 1-0 win.
Okay, a
Yeah.
slim win for Atletico Madrid coming from Mr. Clinton. All right. Real Sociedad versus Osasuna. Ibukun. Real Sociedad versus Osasuna.
Another team that needs to start getting W's is Real Sociedad, and Osasuna is a very nice, a nice team for them to. They're a solid team, but I think that Sociedad needs to get a result here. I don't think they will, so I think it's going to be a score draw.
All right. A score draw. All right. What about you, Clinton?
I see Sociedad winning this just because they are home. They won their last 2 matches. Uh, they won away at Girona before the international break, and one in the Europa League was yesterday against Tel Aviv 2-1. I watched that match. Uh, Before that, they drew the match against Atletico Madrid at home. So I see them. I see them winning this match based on Osasuna lost the last match away from home. They were They lost. Oh, they were home against Real Betis the last match. Yes, so they lost that match at home. I don't see them coming to Sociedad home and making a draw a victory. So I see Sociedad winning that match either 1-0 or 2-0 scoreline.
Okay, Real Sociedad to win either by 1-0 scoreline or 2-0 scoreline. The last match in La Liga for us to preview is Mallorca versus Athletic Bilbao. Mallorca. Ibukun, what do you think? Mallorca versus Athletic Bilbao.
Yeah, the William brothers are beginning to score at a very nice rate, which is very exciting. It's a very very solid Ernesto Valverde team. They know what they are. They don't try to do what they are not. Very exciting bass players they do have over there. I think that they're going to edge this game again. They had grind results, so I think they're going to edge it. So they're going to edge the match.
Okay, Athletic Bilbao to edge the match against Mallorca. What do you think, Clinton?
Mallorca is at home. In the Spanish league, home form is always very, very important. Mallorca have not been bad this season either. They've had 4 wins and 2 losses. They won against Sociedad, they won against Real Betis, and they won against Rayo, you know. So it's important to note. And the match against Betis was away from home. The victory against Sociedad was at home and was a 1-0 scoreline. So if they play the levels they've been playing, uh, I'm looking at a 1-1 draw or a 2-2 draw, a score draw.
All right, a score draw coming from Mr. Clinton. Now, with that, we come to an end. We come to the end of the La Liga preview. We'll go next to the NPFL. Okay, can I ask, Mr. Clinton, do you follow the NPFL, the Nigerian Football League, Professional Football League?
To be honest, I've not started yet. I've not.
Okay,
I
all
plan
right.
to, but yes.
Okay,
I
Mr.
don't follow it. I don't follow it. I don't follow it. Sorry, I'll have to leave now. Where I am
All
is a
right,
bit noisy. All right.
all
Thank
right.
you.
We come to the end. We actually come to the end. Since you guys don't follow the NPFL, we've actually come to the end of the previous show for today. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time, Mr. Clinton, and hopefully we can do this again very soon. Very soon, very soon. We can do this again very soon.
Yeah, no problem. I will definitely love to do this some other time.
All right, thank you
Very,
very
very
much, and
soon.
Mr. Bukun, I thank you very much. I know you've gone now. I thank you. I'll thank you in the DM. All right, guys, thank you for sticking with us for almost 1 hour plus, and we'll be back again next week for another interesting episode. Catch you and have fun. Bye. Bye.
Bye.